So a lot of people ask me what I keep in my handlebar bag. They'll say, what do you carry, a whole loaf of bread in there or something? As a matter of fact, I do.
Here we have a leaning tower of PBs and J's.
Yep.
Rides tomorrow.
Oh wow, that's all the sandwiches for tomorrow's ride?
Yeah, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And
How many calories do you think are in that stack of sandwiches?
250, 500, 1,000, 2,000. It's gotta be more than 2,000 though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably 3,000 at least.
That's such a beautiful tree,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Look at that. Yeah.
It's standing really like straight. Some of them get
Hooked.
curved from like the wind blowing through, but this one seems to be standing really straight.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to start our adventure here.
Yep, from Monterey.
So we'll talk more about the adventure later, but this is where it's gonna start. Right here next to Monterey Bay. We have 8 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in there.
Yep. We counted them last night. There were 8.
All right, that ought to get us there, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, so we're on the first climb of the day. We just left Monterey. We just rolled out from Monterey this morning, and we're just making our way up to Carmel Valley Road through Carmel Valley Village. The mission for this ride is we want to take Indians Road out, get a hotel room tonight at the historic Hearst Hacienda Lodge. They have rooms there, small rooms for $50 a night. Indians Road, if you're not familiar with it, is probably one of the coolest, I think, roads in California for an adventure ride. It's a real adventure. The road has been closed since, I believe, the late 70s, early 80s, and it has completely fallen into disrepair. But the scenery from the road is just spectacular, and if you can get through, you can get out to the Hacienda, which is famous because Julia Morgan designed it for William Randolph Hearst. And I believe it was the guest house. You were doing some research on it last night, Miss Coles. What was it Julia designed it for? Was it the guest house, or was it the quarters for Like the service quarters?
Yeah, I think it was both guest and employees.
And employees, okay. But it's amazing how far away it is from
Yeah.
Hearst Castle. I mean, if you try to go from there to Hearst Castle, that's a serious trek, even by today's standards. Are you ready for a sandwich, Miss Schools?
That's good. Yeah. We should probably eat a sandwich.
Yeah,
and
we're
then
gonna-
have
We got a hefty
Good
climb
idea.
here. And we got enough sandwiches, so I think we should go ahead and
to- yeah,
eat a few.
I think that-
It's getting warm, huh?
yeah.
You can kind of see the switchbacks there. That's what we got to climb up to. And that's actually not even the top. There's more after that. But check out this beautiful river running through here. A lot of water right now. Spring is a good time to be up here.
It is. It's the perfect time.
So here's the road we're on. It's pretty technical. See, there's a lot of rock slides. Some get worse, way worse than that. So this is what we're dealing with today. Got to get all the way up to the top of that mountain up there. Right through that notch. It's crazy. What's that?
Yeah, climbed all over.
Yeah, you know, every time I do this, I always think this isn't that big of a climb, and then I start doing it, and I realize, whoa,
Yeah.
this thing never stops. We got a whole loaf of bread. I can't really.
Yeah. You can take all the time you need. And it's gradual.
Yeah, it is gradual, but there's a lot of trees.
That's true.
We have to
Yeah.
cut through some of them.
Up there.
Okay, we have a bit of a problem here. This tree is pretty much covering the whole road. So, could hike around it, but let's see if we can make a hole. Okay. A few minutes of work here and made ourselves a little hole through.
gonna really help out everyone that comes after too.
Yeah. Well, we're making some progress. We still have a ways to go. Chipping away at it. You gotta get all the way up there still. So you go around the corner and it's like, yo, look, there's a whole nother section to get up there. Where?
Is there a tick right there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Rock formation. Slide it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, mine get. Yeah, mine got a little wet too. Okay, so we're just coming into the backside of Fort Hunter Liggett base. It's a army base, so we're coming in on the backside of it here. We're on this last stretch, I guess, and hopefully they will have rooms for us tonight. Fingers crossed.
It's got like a Spanish style on the right and like a Russian style on the front. That's what it's facing.
So I'm not sure how we're supposed to get in, but yeah, that definitely looks like the Hacienda right there.
It does.
Good morning, everyone. So we did get a hotel here at the Fort Hunter Liggett base, but a couple things went wrong for us, and I just want to share this with all of you in case you're planning to do a ride like this, or this ride exactly. You'll have to be very aware of how you reserve your room here. So we found out the hard way when we got to the base last night that you have to have a reservation at the Hacienda before you get here. That's one thing. The other thing you need to make sure you do is bring the appropriate identification. And the appropriate identification, as far as I know, and you should verify this because the rules here are very strict, is you need either a real ID, a driver's license with the real ID, and if you don't have that, then you need to bring two forms of ID, so a valid driver's license and a passport to get onto the military installation here. All right, I want to show everyone some details on the map of this route in case any of you are interested in checking it out for yourself. So Arroyo Seco Indians Road is part of the Ventana Wilderness, which is an area inside the Los Padres National Forest. And up on the screen here, I have a map of the Ventana Wilderness area, and I'm going to show you some details on this map and explain a few things that might help you plan your next adventure. You're really going to want to pay attention. This is really important. So the Ventana Wilderness and the Los Padres National Forest here is part of the Santa Lucia mountain range. That's this coastal range here that runs sort of northwest southeast, and it begins basically up here at the Monterey Bay. Now there's different ways to access this wilderness area. You can go down Highway 1, or you can go out here to the Highway 101 corridor. This is the Salinas Valley, if that's one way to get there. But I want to show you how we got there, and I want to explain why I like this route. So what we decided to do was to go through Monterey and go out through what is called Carmel Valley. Carmel Valley Village is right here, and the road that passes through here is called Carmel Valley Road. This is a paved road. It's about 50 miles total from basically Carmel by the sea all the way out to the intersection over here, which is the Arroyo Seco intersection. That's about 48 to 50 miles, something like that. And it's all paved, and it is busy from Carmel by the sea to Carmel Valley. That section of the road is busy. There is a shoulder, but it is busy. The other option you can do, and I've done both, is to take Highway 68 here out to what's called Laurel's Grade Road, which is right here. This is what we did on this trip. We turned right here and we took Laurel's Grade Road. It's a bit of a climb, but it gets you out to Carmel Valley fairly easily without having to deal with a lot of the traffic over here. And then you're just maybe a couple miles to Carmel Valley Village. And then from Carmel Valley Village all the way through to Arroyo Seco is car-free paradise. That road is actually one amazing road, and you got to see a little bit of it in this video. Okay, so the Ventana Wilderness is here, and it spans through this Santa Lucia mountain range. And some interesting facts about the Santa Lucia mountain range is, and I just looked this up online, is that this area is home to the largest population of mountain lions in America. I did not know that. I did not see a mountain lion. Now, this is a Forest Service map, so I'm trying to give you guys as accurate information as I can. And I want to show you the legend of the map here really quick so you understand what these different shades of green mean. So if you go to the Forest Service map and you go down here to the legend, the dark green areas that are bounded by a dark green line are part of the National Forest System land. And the dark green shade means it's wilderness area. And the lighter green grayish color here is non-Forest Service lands. If there's no boundary and it's a light green, it's just non-Forest Service land. So that could be public land, but it could also be private property. And then up here you have the light green shade, which is National Forest System. So let's go back to the map. So as you can see, you have dark green areas within this dark green line, and you have lighter green areas. And those are important to note because we're going to talk about why that's important right now. All right. So, and also this dotted area just designates the scenic river area. Okay. So Arroyo Seco Road comes out right here. Arroyo Seco essentially translates to a dry brook. So basically like a dry riverbed. And it was not dry when we went through. There's some amazing swimming holes here, some beautiful water. Water's flowing and waterfalls coming off the rocks. It was absolutely incredible right now in spring, but I'm sure it gets dry in the summer because it gets very, very hot out here. So here's Arroyo Seco Road. You're going to make your way through here into the day use area and the campground. There is a campground here. And then you're going to keep traveling through onto Arroyo Seco Road. And as you get up here to Marble Peak, this is when it changes to what's called Indians Road. And if you look at this, you'll notice the two different color shades of green. And I'm pointing this out because the dark green is considered designated wilderness area, and the lighter green is National Forest Service not wilderness area. And that's important because this road means you can use a bicycle on it. It is a decommissioned road. You can't drive on it because it's gated off and there's too many slides, and the Forest Service or whoever manages this road decided not to maintain it anymore. But as you can see, that light green line allows you to travel all the way out here to this campground, and this is the Escondido campground. If you want to camp out here, you can. It's very primitive. And then this road here is Milpitas Road, I think. Or no, it's still Indians Road here, but it becomes Milpitas here. So then the road turns to pavement, and it goes all the way to Fort Hunter Liggett, which is where we stayed the night. And I want to talk about that because I want to help you guys get out here and use this for yourself and hopefully make a really cool adventure out of this. So once you get here to Fort Hunter Liggett, you have to, be registered for your hotel and all that stuff, and you have to have proper identification, and the rules are very strict. They're going to do a background check on you, so be prepared for all of that when you get there. Now, if you are able to get in and you get a room there, great. If not, you could ride north to King City, which is over here, basically, right in here somewhere. I think it's right there. King City, 15 miles. Or you could keep going south through Lockwood, go out to Bradley, and then down to San Miguel, and that's about 40 miles. So make sure you have accommodations. This is really, really remote out here. Or bring your camping gear if you're going to do that. If you really want to make this a proper adventure, is you stay here, and then the next day or whatever, you take this road here, which is called Nacimiento Ferguson Road. And this is a paved road that goes all the way back out into the wilderness area. But again, notice it's light green. So therefore, you're allowed to be on it with a bike. And actually, you can drive this in a car. And you can take this Nacimiento Ferguson Road all the way up to here. Now, this is the Coast Ridge Road. There's the North Coast Ridge Road and the South Coast Ridge Road. These are dirt roads that you can drive on, but you can also ride on. And again, they're in the light green, so they're not in the forest, they're not in the wilderness area, so you're allowed to ride them. And you can take this South Coast Ridge Road all the way down to here. In fact, you can even go further. You can take it down here to a campground that's down here on the coast, or you can keep going if you're, really want a solid adventure. Just keep taking it. Otherwise, you could just come down the paved road on Nacimiento Ferguson Road. Stay tuned for episode 2 of this video and get out to the highway and ride Highway 1 south all the way down. Anyway, we did get a room. We had to rent one of the military rooms, which is where we're at now, and it's very nice. Very nice. It's not the Hacienda. It's just it's a more simple, basic building, but the rooms are really nice, really comfortable. A little more expensive, but hey, when you're in a bind, you got to do what you got to do. How's your breakfast, Miss Schools?
It's good. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, they do offer breakfast here at this hotel. And there is a lodge at the other one, but we don't know anything. We're gonna when we roll out, we're gonna stop by and kind of take a look at it for next time, and maybe go in and talk to somebody and just to feel it out a little more. But unfortunately, we didn't get to stay in the rooms, which, yeah, it's a beautiful building. I mean, at the end of the day, we just needed to go to sleep, but it would have been fun. Hotel here. See, it's pretty quiet. Sunday morning. Wow, it's beautiful. Maybe we could go see what the deal is. Lodge office over here. Closed on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to register next time.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, this is what it would have looked like if we had stayed here, but instead we stayed over there in that rectangular building. But yeah, there it is. And then today we're going to try and ride over that mountain over there. But first we got to go check out of this base.